Good morning, students. Today I am going to start chapter number 10, Law and Social Justice from Civics. And today I will discuss with you law for fair minimum wages and against exploitation, and one example of Bhopal gas tragedy. So, my dear students, commonly we can see in our Indian market and in all over the India, sometimes workers are exploited by the employer and they are ready to work on any going wages, whatever fixed by the government and lower than fixed wages because due to the unemployment and they are also ready to work in very bad working condition, and sometimes their working hours are also very long, and also they are facing a lot of problem, but everyone is ready to do work because due to the unemployment. That's why to protect people from such exploitation, our government of India makes certain laws, and on the basis of these laws, government try to ensure that the unfair practices are kept at minimum in the marketplace. But students, one question will arise here, that why do we need a law on minimum wages? So students, this is all related to the issue of worker wages, because many private companies, private contractors and private business persons normally want to make more and more profit as they can. Alright? And to earn more and more profit, always they deny workers their rights and not pay them wages whatever fixed by the government. And on the basis of our constitution and law, this is totally illegal and wrong if anyone is denying workers their wages. Okay? But to ensure that workers are not underpaid or less paid but are paid fairly, minimum wages has been set up by our governments, and there are laws that protect the interest of producers and consumers both in the marketplace. And as well as our government has to ensure that these laws are implemented, which means that the law must be enforced to protect the workers. And students, the enforcement of law becomes even more important when the laws and the government can control the activities of individuals or private companies so as to ensure social justice. Okay? And students, for the protection of workers, our government revised minimum wages every after few years. Okay? It means our government always increasing the percentage of money for the benefit of the people. Okay? It's mean according to the economic condition of India, always government try to increase the fixed minimum wages every after few years only to protect the workers in marketplace. Alright? And all laws whatever made by our government help ensure that the relation between these three parties, like the workers, consumers and producer, are governed in manner that is not any exploitative. It means no one will be exploitative against any workers or consumer or by the producer or by the consumer, etc. Okay? But my dear students, only making laws is not enough. It is the responsibility of our government that has to ensure these laws are implemented. It means that the law must be enforced. Okay? And the enforcement of law become more important when the law gives guarantee to protect the weak from the strong. It means our law ensure that every workers get fair wages, and also it is the responsibility of the government that has to regularly check worker sites and punish those who violate the law. But students, you know very well that when workers are poor or powerless or unemployed, then they all are ready to do any kind of work or any going wages because they all fear of losing future earning or in future problem. That's why sometimes they are forced to accept low wages. Okay? That's why our fundamental rights guaranteed by the Indian Constitution, like right against exploitation, say that no one can be forced to work for low wages or under bondage. Okay? As well as our Indian Constitution lays down that no child below the age of 14 years shall be employed or to do work in any factory or mines or engaged in any other hazardous place for employment, for earning, etc. And our constitution has also made many provisions against any kind of exploitation of human being irrespective of gender and according to their caste and religion, etc., etc. All right? So by making constitutional rights, government always try to ensure social justice to every section of society who are living in India and also has a identity of Indian. Okay? And the social and just society makes the basis of Gandhian socialism and also avail the resources to everyone and stop the discrimination. It means only on the basis of government we can get a corruption-free society and we can protect every citizen of India from any kind of discrimination. Understood? So students, here I am going to discuss one example of Bhopal gas tragedy, which are the example of social and social justice. So students, this is the world worst industrial tragedy which took place in Bhopal 24 years ago, and in Union Carbide, which was an American company, had a factory in the city in which it produced pesticide. And methyl isocyanate which was a highly poisonous gas, started leaking on 2 December 1984 at midnight or after 12 o'clock from the factory. And within 3 days, more than 8,000 people were dead and hundreds of thousands were injured. US finally stopped its work but left behind a tons of toxic chemicals in factory, and also factory owners denied to clean the factory. And after 24 years later, people are still fighting for justice, for safe drinking water, for healthcare facilities and jobs for the people poisoned by UC. And after effects still haunts the generations of victims. And government come and go, but people are waiting for justice to stop any such sort of incidents in future. And the developers and business class should make liable by making strict laws. It means now it is compulsory by the government of India to take some precautionary measures in the factories or any hazardous place. And students, whatever I told you, that is given in your book, and according to the Bhopal gas tragedy, still people. So students, again one question will arise here, that where is law for any kind of exploitation and whatever faced by the people or workers who faced in Bhopal gas tragedy. So students, related to this example, now I will discuss with you tomorrow that what is a worker's worth and what is the enforcement of safety laws, which are the very important for any industry or any company to protect the workers in the working place. Alright, for today's that's all. Thank you and have a nice day.